You got to learn how to make money. You got to learn how money works, and you got to learn where you can play the game. Like, what position can you get in and get in right now? Not something like, let me learn for 5 years and then get a position and work my way up. No, bro. Find out who needs money, find out who needs your resources, and get in, and let's make some freaking money. Okay, so who in here has an actual project that you need funding for? Not a project you drove by, but you have it under contract and you need funding for this project. So let me go to a couple of these people. I don't know who these people are. I've never met them. They showed up. Thank you guys for showing up and loving on me and giving me a little bit of your time. Tammy, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Tammy, what do you got? Okay. What kind of project do you have?
I have a residential living business that I'm trying to up and get started.
Okay, cool. So you have a residential assisted living business. You don't currently own it. Do you have it under contract?
Well, no, I own the house. I just bought it for $300,000.
Okay, you paid cash for this?
No, of course. You got to go through the bank. I wish I did.
Man, you went the hard route, huh?
Yeah, I did a hard route, so I'm trying to learn. Okay, so cool,
Tammy. So you're missing, how much money are you missing?
About $290,000.
Okay, so you need $290,000. I imagine that $290,000 is to renovate and get the property up and going. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that $290,000, what would that produce in income on a monthly basis once that money had been deployed and utilized properly?
It's going to bring me in. So two persons per unit, 1,600. So about 3,500 a month. So
per 3,500 per month per room, correct?
Right.
Okay,
and I have rooms? 4 rooms.
Okay, so you're going to bring in about $13,000 to $14,000 per month.
Right.
Okay, cool. So I could bring that money to you, and what we could do is, the problem is I'm going to make sure you partner with me. Okay, I would partner with you on the deal. I'm not going to lend the money to you. I don't like lending money. I like partnering with my money. My money is like soldiers. And so I want my soldiers to go out and get hostages, equity, and big chunks of money. You're going to have a really hard time finding this $290,000. Why? Because if you could have gotten this from a bank, Tammy, you would have gotten it from the bank that you bought the house from, correct?
Right.
They're not going to give you that $290,000. You need to go to somebody what I would call is a Gator, somebody who is willing to do weird types of loans that banks are not usually looking at. Not usually, like 99% of the time, banks are going to be like, no, we don't like that. Banks don't have the business model of partnering with their borrowers. They keep that line very clear. They're not your partner. If you default, they take that house back.
Right.
If I brought that $290,000 to the table, your net profit on this deal is probably going to be somewhere around, say, $13,000 to $14,000 a month. You're going to be bringing in, okay, so you're going to net probably after your expenses and your overhead and everything else, you're probably going to net about $70,000 a year. You say that's about right, Tammy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So here's what I would do. I would want to take a portion of this income, okay? I want a portion of your income. And then what I would want you to do is within 12 months of us operating and getting the business up and going, I would want you to go back to that bank and refinance all of my money out because now you have an operational business. And I would want my $290,000 back, but I would want to keep 15% ownership of that business. Would you be willing to do something like that?
15% ownership? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so this is my point. I bring the 290, 12 months, the 290 gets the units up and going. We now have a business that's worth more than what you bought it for. You go back to the bank and refinance out. My money comes back to me, and I keep 15% ownership after my money's come back to me. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Do me a favor, Tammy. Let me go to Corey. Corey Money. Is your last name literally Money? Corey Money, what's up?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. What do you got? What kind of project do you have?
So I guess it would just be total investment. I started a painting business about 6 months ago. Mm-hmm. So I guess.
What do you need?
I don't know. I guess I would need money I want to get a couple vans and a couple trailers. I don't know if this.
Okay, easy. Okay, so here's the thing. You got a painting business. This is simple. You need some vans, you need some trailers, you need some Graco sprayers, you need an account over at Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore or Home Depot. You need a little bit of a line of credit. Cool, this is really simple for me. Painting is an awesome business. You can make a ton of money in painting. Guess what I did for 10 years, Corey? Painting.
You were a painter. Wow.
I was the guy masking, spraying. I know everything about painting, okay? There's not many people that know more about painting and being a contractor than me, and I can tell you there's a lot of money in painting, okay? So if you do a painting business, you probably could buy a couple of used vans, 10 grand, 10 grand, trailer, 10 grand, some equipment, some sprayers, gear those things up, probably another 20 grand. You probably would love a loan for $60,000. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, $60,000. Here's what's going to happen. You are going to, this is the kind of deal that I would structure here. I would bring $60,000 to the table. I take 10% off every job, okay? I take 10% off of every job that you do off the top. So you go do a job for $5,000, I get paid $500 off the top. You go do a job for $10,000, I get paid $1,000 off the top. That is until my $60,000 is paid back. Once my $60,000 is paid back, I take my percentage to 5%. And I take 5% of every job you do for the next 5 years. Would you do a deal like that?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, there you go. Corey, send an email to, you guys got some weird ones today. I freaking love it. Let me unmute the side chat and see if there's anybody else. I have like 15 people, but fresh. Give me some fresh people. Raise your hand. Who in here has projects that you, don't tell me about a hope, a dream. Tell me something you have under contract you need money for, okay? Love it, love it, love it. Let's look through here, okay? Taylor Campbell, Camillo. Don't be telling me like, I drove by this house and I want to buy it. That's not what I want to hear. I want to hear people have a contract. What do you got?
Can you hear me?
I can. What do you got?
So I guess you know what, maybe I shouldn't raise my hand in this one because I have a property that we're working on contracting right now for development in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Okay, easy. I have like 7 loans in Scottsdale, Arizona right now. You guys are going to flip it, or what are you guys going to do?
It's going to be raw development.
Okay, raw development. So you're buying a house, tearing it down, redeveloping?
It's buying a lot and developing the lot and building 2 properties on it, splitting it and developing 2 properties on it.
Okay, very cool. The challenging thing that you're going to run into, especially when you're buying land, is a lot of lenders don't like lending on land. Have you experienced that so far?
100%.
Okay, so it's really challenging. This is why I come into these situations and I do what other people don't want to do. This is where the opportunity in real estate and business buying and business lending is that these banks won't even look at you. Like you're going to go, well, dude, how am I supposed to do this? This is a banger deal. I buy the land for this. I go build the thing. I have all the resources. I know what I'm doing. I don't have access to capital. So you're sitting here going, I need access to capital. Now,
correct.
What's the land that you're buying? How much is it for?
$650,000.
Okay, $650 is you're buying the land for $650. How much is the development?
Well, so with the houses in each property is probably going to cost around 1.5 to develop.
Okay. And that $650 is each lot, or is that a series of lots?
That's in total. Yeah, it's a 5-acre parcel divided, and it'll be divided into the two parcels, and then we're going to build the property on each one.
Okay, so we've got 2 properties.
A spec on each.
Okay, cool. So you're going to be all in 1.5 for each property, 3 million, 3.6 million. So you're going to be all in probably around $4 million with fees and architect and blah, blah, blah. Everything you can imagine, you're going to be all in for $4 million. What are you going to sell those for?
So we're going to sell those for bare minimum at around 5.5 on those 2 properties.
Okay, so 5.5 is your sales price, total sales price. So you guys plan on making $1.5 million?
Yes.
Okay. This sounds crazy, but I might not be your best bet. You probably want to go find someone else to try and do this, but I would do that for you, but I would take 50%.
I would do 50% with that all day.
Okay, there you go. So I take 750, you take, in fact, I might even structure in a way that's not very beneficial to you because I'm doing a loan that other banks wouldn't do. Here's what I would probably do. I would say whatever you could sell this for, I don't care, but I want the first. This is an interesting structure. This is how Welcome to thinking differently, guys. Check this out.
Let's do it.
So let's say Taylor goes and sells these for $5.9 million because they're specs, and luxury market is crazy. You guys think real estate's slow? Luxury market is not slow, especially in
Luxury's
Scottsdale.
wild right now.
It's wild. Like
it is, man.
This is why we're lending on a lot of luxury stuff in Scottsdale. So let's say you sell for 5.9 million. I would want my $4 million paid back, obviously out of that 5.9. Then what's left over is you've got 1.9, and you've got, let's say, $300,000 in fees and agents and all the things. So you're left over with
Correct.
$1.6 million.
Yes, sir.
What I would tell you is I'd say, hey, Taylor, I want the first 750. You take the second 750, and then we split whatever's left over. You take 70, I take 30 of whatever's left over.
I would do that all day.
Okay, easy. Email I'll hook you up.
Okay. All right. I'll put an email to you. Is there anything specific you need me to have in that or no?
So Jade on my team, she's the one that helps all my students. Like my students come to me with projects and they say, hey, I found somebody that has a project. I need to use your money for it. And Jade and my team, Heather, they'll get on a Zoom with you and they'll actually ask you all the questions, right? So
Okay, cool.
I don't deal with any of that stuff. I built a good company with incredible people. And
Yeah,
so
I know Jade before. I've met her before.
Yeah, Jade's freaking awesome. So Jade
Awesome.
and either Jade or Heather will get on a Zoom with you, go through all the questions with you. Jade actually lives in Arizona. She might even go walk the property, and
Cool.
then we'll get it going.
Okay, so just email.
Jade's on here right now, so she's listening. So she already is like prepared for your email.
Right on, man. Hey, thank you so much for your time.
Hey, good job finding the 5 acres, man. That's freaking awesome.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
There you go. All right, so guys, do you see how quickly I can go out there and I can find opportunities to make money? Like, I know this is live and I've got a big audience of people that know who I am, so there's a little bit of a cheat code. The opportunity comes in when people don't have access to funding, and that is where a Gator comes in that doesn't need to have the money. So let me ask you a question. If you met Taylor before I brought him up here, and you met him at a meetup, or you called him, or you saw he was doing projects or whatever, and you saw him on the software, and you brought him to me, right? Let's say you were a Gator student, and you brought him to me, and you said, hey, I've got a guy that wants to develop. He's got 2 houses, da-da-da-da. Will you guys take a look at it? Like, absolutely, let's get it funded. I would split your first deal that you brought to me, I would split our profit 50-50. So how much money would you make on that Taylor project just by literally bringing the deal to me? How much money? If I made $750 on the Taylor deal, how much money would you make on just introducing him to me? Okay? That is how you make stupid money. Okay? I don't know Taylor. He's met Jade apparently, maybe at a meetup or something like that. You would make $375,000 on just the introduction. That, my friends, is how people make money. Okay, Hatisha says, damn is 100% right. This is why do you think, even though the economy is slowing down, they're still building banks all over the place? Being the bank is the highest superpower of all time. Giving access to capital is by far, okay? So is there any end to the type of deals we can do? You guys just saw JT's got a land development. Love that. I can structure that in a way. And what do you guys think just learning how to structure these types of deals, what do you think that would do to your future income? Just learning how to structure them. What would finding these people in abundance, what would that do for your future income? What if you had access to my capital? And what if you had access to my team? How much would that be worth it to you, to your future income, to your legacy, to your family, to maybe quitting your W-2 job, protecting yourself from the AI onslaught, the robots that are coming and taking us all out of our jobs? Guys, this is how you make stupid money.